Welcome to this Hope to Go. Today I want to talk to you about never alone. As a pastor, I pray for a lot of people, but one request I'm getting more and more is for loneliness. Missionary Amy Carmichael once said, "One drop of unlove has the same power of the venom of a king cobra bite." There are many causes of loneliness, but so many aren't aware that they don't have to live with it. They can proactively deal with it. Loneliness symptoms may include, and so often are expressed as, an emptiness, a numbness, an inside aching, a vacuum, or a craving for affection. It's important for me to be crystal clear at this point about the difference between loneliness and being alone. Being self-sufficient, independent, and on your own doesn't mean that you're necessarily lonely or lonesome. While it may not always be possible to avoid being alone, there are always solutions to loneliness. Often loneliness is the result of a trauma or a crisis due to separation as a result of a death, a divorce, or a broken relationship of some kind. Because we're creatures of habit, it's a shock to our emotional system when something happens to us that makes us realize that life is never going to be the same ever again. Often that trauma or distress in our lives can lead to a sense of loneliness and despair. Its side effects could include feelings of hopelessness, uselessness, or a general feeling of just blah, 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 blah. In this Hope to Go Never Alone Take Home Truth, I want to give you some ABCs to help you if this symptom seems to be on your doorstep. A, stay on talking terms with God. Jeremiah 33:3 says, cry out to God and he will answer. What you do during lonely times reveals who you are. Where do you run for relief? Friends, substance, entertainment, education, or do you run after godly counsel? 1 Peter 5:7 says, casting all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. This is always a starting point, getting God help. Before you pray, you can do nothing. But after you seek God and his righteousness, everything else is ready to engage. God has a specific plan for your life. Talk to God. And B, trust God. Hebrews 13:5 says, for God has said, he's promised, I'll never fail you, I'll never abandon you. Know without a hesitation or reservation or contradiction that you are loved and God is always with you. It's been said loneliness often leads us to ask ourselves all sorts of questions that can't be answered, such as, what if I'm alone for the rest of my life? What if this pain I'm feeling never goes away? What if a problem arises that I don't know how to handle on my own? What if? The question could go on, and endlessly, it could be a what if, a chain. Chances are you'll never be able to answer the what ifs in life. But as long as you know that the Lord is with you, you can be assured that he has all the answers that you need. Our God is not an iffy God. Proverbs 3:5 says, lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him. Trust God, stay in his word, and see, finally, be proactive. Mark 11:22 says, have faith in God. The Bible is clear that the key to changing anything is faith. The faith that I'm talking about is not just a dead hope-so faith. It's a yes faith, an affirmative faith that takes positive action combined with the help of the Holy Spirit, which unleashes the power to change. Baby, there's a change coming in your life. The kind of faith Matthew 9:20 and 21 says, and suddenly a woman who had a flow of blood for 12 years came from behind and touched the hem of his garment, for she said to herself, did you get that? If I only may touch his garment, I shall be made well. This sister's healing and deliverance didn't happen in stages. Mark 5:29 and 30 emphasizes immediately. That's what's going to happen for you. The fountain of her blood dried up. The woman with the issue of blood made up in her mind first and then acted in faith. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Thinking is the action verb. Is the state of being verb. That which I am thinking is the only action that defines where I am. So when I don't like where life is taking me, what do I have to do? I have to change what I embrace to be true, because it causes where you are. Don't just passively sit and wait for something to happen. Be proactive and find what God's purpose is for your life. For he promised, never will I forsake you, never will I leave you. And know for sure that you are never alone. And that's your hope to go.